to me, if I look at PowerPoints online, especially if there's no narration, I can just as well look at ink blots. Because you read your own interpretation into it, and you sort of trick yourself. I don't think that was training at all, and I think it was passed off as we're doing something. It's evolved since then, but I still remember those days when it was an excuse more than anything else.
We're using PowerPoint to flash, but they're using PowerPoint presentations to flash.
There are excellent roles, but that right now things are overused. I mean, if you're going to have involving emotional, soft skill type training thing, the last way you want to present it is 45-minute PowerPoint presentation. I mean, it's not going to stick. If you want to have an on-call, what do I do when the red light goes on procedural thing, that's excellent. And it may be one slide. I mean, it doesn't have to be a full presentation. So, yeah, for me, I have to weigh the application to figure out, well, is this a good thing or not?
It's really important what kind of training you're doing. So just going back to the original question, what is rapid e-learning? It's really when you look at the traditional e-learning, there's another aspect. It's not just the development of the tools. It's also how long your training is going to stick around. So if you create a Boeing 747 training, you're going to have a full-blown team on there with designers, developers. You're probably not going to use a PowerPoint or a Captivate tool to create this kind of training. Your training is going to stick around for years. But most of us in our industries, we face this type of training where, hey, there's a new product release. We need to get training out. Who's the target customer? What's the cost? How's it going to be sold? What are the features in there? That's where our tools come in. And they have this functionality that you need to create this training quickly.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed with some of these tools is that as time progresses, people say, oh, it'd be really cool to have this, and the functionality, like Captivate particularly, people are adding more functionality. And what was, you used to be able to create e-learning at this level, and now it seems to me with some of these products that you're being able to create higher level, more interactive content. And it seems to me that one of the most important things to me with regards to these tools is the fact that whereas before you'd have instructional design and then you pass that off to someone that's going to implement it, now the person that is creating the content or the instructional design is actually creating it and building it themselves. And I think that to me is a major change. And that's what I'm excited about, the fact that someone that comes up with the ideas can actually implement it, visualize it, rather than